Hail, I hope all is well with you. In this video, I'm going to talk about using the runes to help address anxiety. On a personal note, I have an intense history of trauma and abuse and abandonment. And so with that, I find myself perpetually anxious. I could be chilling in the garden watching a butterfly and all of a sudden notice that my breath is held and that my muscles are all clenched up. And so I'll have to tell myself, breathe, relax. And then after a few moments, I'll come back into my body and be tense again. So over the years, I've worked with the runes to help address my anxiety. For instance, working with Ansus to communicate and journal and process. Thurzaz to confront it straight on, sometimes just be like face up to it. With my Naz and utilizing social supports and reason to analyze, because oftentimes the anxieties are ungrounded. Or with Laguz to immerse myself in it, diluting the anxieties and desensitizing myself to them. And with Wunjo, which is the focus of this video, it's all about touching into the moment and relaxing the body and calming the mind. For touching in the moment, to me, that's all about grounding and being aware of what, the reality of how things really are. For instance, I might be legitimately and justifiably anxious that I might get laid off, but as I'm trying to sleep, there's nothing I can do about it, so why waste my sleep over it? In fact, Odin warns about this in Havamal 23 when he says that the foolish man stays up all night, and in the morning they're worse off because things are still the same and now they're exhausted. So, and of course that's a powerful teaching, but in practice, in reality, the fact is at least for me, I can't just snap my fingers and go to sleep, especially when there's this habit of allowing anxieties to dominate my awareness and my attention. So it's difficult to let go of the thoughts and not get caught up. So 4 things that I do that help in relaxing the body and calming my mind is to utilize gentle movements, which I do through rune yoga, progressive body relaxation, which I'll do a link to me talking that one through, visualizations and using the runes Galder. With the visualization, one that I work with is to imagine myself as a flag and that the thoughts and the worries are what's rippling it, but they slowly calm down until the flag just settles in stillness. And coupled with that is I just use some, regular gentle breathing. As for the Galder is powerful in relaxing the body and calming the mind because of its vibrational intonations, right? So the sound itself, we're hearing it, but also as we intone the sounds, that creates oscillations within our body. With Wunjo, especially when I'm trying to, just deal with anxieties, I'll use the repetitive, just saying the name, but in a gentle manner, like Wunjo, 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 Wunjo. Just doing it over and over and over again. Or I use just the root Galder sound, which is like a whooshing sound, like a wind. and I just connect with the sound and with the feeling, and I just totally immerse my awareness and intention into that. And it, of course, it like funnels the mind and the attention, and it regulates the breathing, calms the body, and through that whole process, it helps a lot, actually. Now, of course, sometimes the things I'm being anxious about are legitly concerning, right? And there needs to be something done with it. It's not just me being anxious for no particular reason. So one thing that I have found helpful is just to set aside 30 minutes every day to think about what's going on, the issue, problem to solve, and start enacting actions that are going to address the problem. And so then when I'm anxious, maybe it's like 12 at night, I'm trying to go to sleep, and I'm starting to, get caught up and fixated on what's going on. I can tell myself, like, no, I have set aside 30 minutes every day to address this. So right now I don't need to focus on it. And of course that didn't at first just work for me. But as I continually reminded myself and did it, every day, 30 minutes, eventually it got to the point where just reminding myself, well, yeah, no, I can focus on this, or I've already started what I can do. Then it's that conscious awareness of actively doing something about it, setting aside time to think about it every day. It's helped me. So now I'm like, oh, okay, and I believe myself because I'm doing it, right? And so in that, it just it helps to deal with those events and circumstances that are genuinely concerning and angst-inducing and stressful. So yeah. My next video planning is going to be on working with pain, and in particular utilizing Wunjo and Isa. So until then, I wish you well, be well, and be blessed.